Hey everybody, welcome to the Alabama Oklahoma play-by-play broadcast right here. Oklahoma is going to receive the ball first. Alabama has chosen to defer to the second half. This should be a very highly competitive defensive matchup right here. Of course, anything can happen. Either team could win this game. So with that, here we go, the kick. Then we are underway. Oklahoma fields it at the 2 and it's going to take a fair catch and going to take it at the 25-yard line. Both of these teams have struggled a little bit on offense, but the defenses are both top 20 in the nation. So that kind of goes back to that whole thing, how the defense should be really competitive and really like the determining factor of this game. All right, so Oklahoma has the ball at the 25. Going to be in the shotgun, two tailbacks. One kind of up. The snap. Going to be a play action pass. He's looking to pass. He's looking to pass. He's trying to escape pressure. He does. And they get him for about a yard loss. He tried to take it and run with it. And they got him just shy of the line of scrimmage. So that should make it. That should make it second down and 11. No, it's going to be second down and 10. So he didn't. They didn't mark the ball a yard back. Same spot. Back in the shotgun, one tailback. Gonna hand the ball off right up the middle, and he's gonna get about 4 or 5 yards. So it's gonna be third down and moderate. So just bear with me if the scoreboard is not updated as far as the yards and downs. I'm by myself doing this, first time doing it, so I'm gonna have to kind of adapt to it. So There's going to be a pass, and it's going to be. Are they going to call it a catch? Yes, they call it a catch. A wonderful catch by number 4. A diving catch. Let's see if he's in. Yes, he did. Yes, he did get his feet in and maintain possession throughout the contact with the ground. So now the Nets. Now they're first down and 10 early in the game. Early in the game. Oh, you driving a little bit. They're going to hand the ball off. Going to get, the running back is going to just put his shoulder down and run right into number 10, pushing him back a couple yards. Nice effort to get those extra yards right there. Second down and should be around 3 yards to go. Here's a snap, quick snap. Yeah, Mateer is going to run the ball, dive forward. Ooh, did the ball come loose? Was there a fumble on the play? It did look like the ball came out right there. If he held on to it, it's going to be like a yard gain on the play. But let's see. I'm watching the replay. That might be, that looks like a fumble. That looks like a fumble. And Mateer grabbed it with his left hand, looked like he recovered it, so they maintained possession, but it was a fumble. Third down and 2. All right, snap. Mateer keeps the ball, runs right up the middle. Going to get enough for the first down. Going to get about 5 yards, but it's still good enough for the first down. So it's first down and 10. Going to be at around the 46 yard line. All right, back to pass. He throws and it's going to be incomplete, broken up by number 2. That was good coverage right there by Alabama's defense. Brown on the play. Let's see. So right now, Oklahoma is moving the ball pretty well against this Alabama defense. Of course, this is early in the game. You know, it takes time to settle in, but who knows? All right, back in the shotgun again. 1 running back, 3 receivers, 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Gonna hand the ball off up the middle, and Alabama's defensive line does not allow a single yard. Gonna meet him at the line of scrimmage, third down and 10. OU hurrying back to the line. Looks like it's gonna be the shotgun again. 2 receivers to both sides. Now they're talking about it. Let's talk about it for a second to see what they're gonna do. They got time on the play clock, 16 seconds, 15. They're going to go back, snap the ball, looking, and he tried to hit his check down, but it was incomplete. Fourth down and 10. So this is going to be a decision with where it's at. It's not really in field goal range for Oklahoma, but I don't know. They might try to play this field yard position. See what they do, if they go for it or if they're going to punt it and just try to pin them deep. Yes, they're going to punt it. All right, the snap, the punt. Let's see, they do got a guy back there, Alabama, but he takes a fair catch at about the 11, 12 yard line. So now it's time for Ty Simpson and the Alabama Crimson Tide to see what they can do. Of course, they've struggled a lot on the offensive line. Protecting Ty Simpson, give him enough time. It's going to be really interesting to see how this works out. Of course, OU played them the first time, was able to get a lot of pressure on Ty Simpson due to that. A lot of their troubles losing to FSU, Georgia, and the SEC championship had a lot to do with the offensive line not being able to protect the quarterback and allow the receivers to hit the gaps, opening up them running lanes. So that's going to probably be the key for Alabama if they're going to come in here and win this game at Oklahoma. Uh, I say big things for Oklahoma. Just execute like you did in the first game. Just be consistent and just keep that pressure up. Keep delivering that pressure. You did it once. You should be able to do it again. Of course, saying that, Alabama is going to know what's coming, but you do have the crowd at your back this time. So right now, we on a little commercial break. So once we come back, I'll pick back up on the play-by-play. Adding a something really quick. So just give me one quick second. Hey, Alabama hurries to the line. I apologize, y'all. Trying to get this scoreboard up here for you. All right, gonna hand it off right up the middle. Gonna go for about 2 yards for the first play of for the Alabama Crimson Tide. All right, Alabama back in the shotgun. Going to have one tailback. Fake handoff, pass, quick pass. Going to be caught, third down. And that's what Alabama's going to have to do in this game. Quick passes. You got to adjust to your offensive line not being able to really hold up. So now it's third down and 5. Back in a shotgun, 2 receivers out to each side. Gonna throw the ball. A quick pitch and catch, and it looks like it's good. No, they call it incomplete, and OU makes a stand. Fourth down, Alabama. Watching the replay. Yes, it was incomplete. It slipped right in between his hands. It looked like in real time that it was a catch, but it wasn't. Just a little bit, I guess, a little bit of heat on that ball. So Alabama a punt, kicker standing on the 2 yard line. And when playing field position right now, that's not where you want to be. All right, the punt bounces down to the 41, to the Oklahoma 41. All right, here we go. Just trying to make these edits for y'all so y'all be able to see this scoreboard. I'm sorry, like I said before, first time doing a live stream and doing the manual one. It's just something new. So just please bear with me. Alright, so again, we're on advertisements. Let's see. All right, so here we go. Oklahoma running up to the line. Gonna be in a shotgun. Gonna snap it quickly. Gonna toss it to the near side. Gonna run the ball for about 2 yards. Second down. Second down and 8 yards. Here they go again. Back in the shotgun. Two to the near side. Two receivers to the near side. One to the far side. Fake handoff, play action, gonna pass it down midfield. He caught it down into Alabama territory around the 45-yard line, so it's gonna be first down and 10. So that was an excellent play by Alabama. That was an excellent play by Oklahoma to get that ball right there. Just threw a dart right there to the middle of the field to number 84, Carter, for that first down completion. Here we go, back in the shotgun. Gun another play action. He's looking. He has a good bit of time, overthrows his intended receiver. His receiver was wide open. If he would have caught that, that probably would have been a touchdown. He just he just simply overthrew it. It sailed on him. The pass just sailed on him. If yeah, number 11 was wide open for Oklahoma. That would have been 6 points. Back in the shotgun. Three to the near side, two to the far side. Empty pocket. Quarterback, material runs. He's going to run the ball. He has some yards. Up. He has about 12 yards and a first down for Oklahoma. The Oklahoma Sooners so far has been moving the ball pretty good on Alabama here early. Of course, they haven't scored any points yet. This is their second possession, but they moved the ball over midfield, pinned Alabama deep on their last possession, which led to a 3-and-out. And now they're moving the ball once again, and they are definitely in field goal range at this point. First down and 10 on the 25. Going to run the ball up the middle, and there is nothing we're going to work there. He's going to be stuffed right at the line. That's typically what happens when you run up the middle against Alabama. They have some big guys up there. The biggest problem is if you run north and south on them, sometimes you can wear them down throughout the game. But they have a very physical defensive line when it comes to running right up the middle. Gonna pass on this next play. Gonna pass. Gonna be incomplete. He's gonna throw it and get rid of it. Third down and 10 at the 25. At Alabama's 25. Gonna get set again in a shotgun. One tailback. Two to the far side. One to the near side. Gonna be back looking. He's going to throw to the running back. He had some space. He got to the edge. Now he's down to the 10, the 5, and he's going to be ran out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. He's going to step out. That's a big gain and a first and goal for the Sooners. First and goal for the Sooners. Number 24, he tight walked that line to get down there, but great effort to get those extra yards right down there. So they're going to mark him actually around the 9-yard line, not the 5. He stepped out a little bit earlier than what I noticed. Okay, Mateer takes it and going to score a touchdown. First points of the game go to the Oklahoma Sooners. They just scored their first touchdown of this game, and I tell you what, I was not expecting Oklahoma or either team, really, for that matter, to move the ball this well. We could be in for a bit more of a high-scoring game than expected, but it could just be early game jitters. They're set for the extra point, is up and good. OU 7, Alabama 0. 5:29 to go in the first quarter. OU has come to play. OU has come to play, y'all. All right, so we're back on advertisement, so I'm going to take a brief break while I'm waiting on them to come back. So we're back ready for the kickoff. Oh, here we go. The kick is away, and it looks like it's going to be back to the end zone. Oh, I thought they were going to fair catch that, but they took it out, and that was probably most definitely a mistake because they got stopped right around the 15-yard line. So it's going to be first down and 10. It looked like it was going to go, they were going to, call fair catch at the 1 yard line like typically with these kicks, but they sure took it out of the of the shadow of the end zone, and it sure did not pay off. So here we go. Say they spotted the ball on the 14. Alabama has a long way to go. He is sacked. There's that pressure from OU all the way back inside the 5 yard line, second down and extremely long. They came off the corner. Number 10 not even touched. Ty Simpson never seen him coming. It is going to be second down and 18. OU has sure came to play football. Alabama better tighten up if they want to win this game. Here they go. Ty Simpson standing right at the 1 yard line in the shotgun. Two to the near side, one to the far. Snap, a throw. Going to get us tied in for probably about 7 yards. So that cuts into that. But that's still only going to get you back, only going to get Alabama back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10, or the initial line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, 3rd and 10. So they got a 3rd and long again inside of the red zone. If they're going to win this game or have a chance, they got to flip the field. Here they go, back in the shotgun. No tailback. 3 out wide, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, 2 tight ends. And now Alabama is a little bit nervous, I guess, for communication. It probably is that OU crowd because they just had to call a timeout, first timeout of the game used by Alabama to go to the sideline and talk it over what they need to do. And that is how you take advantage of being at home. Be loud, disrupt, throw off the communication and just absolutely get into their head. That's how you beat a 12th man. So we're back. We're on advertisements right now, waiting for this timeout to be over with. And Alabama Crimson Tide to talk it over. But right now, thoughts on the game. It looks like, I was expecting Alabama to be a little bit more motivated coming into this game after the way, the game went last time against Oklahoma, then the SEC championship. But they have absolutely came in here and they're kind of looking a little flat right now. Of course, it's still the first quarter, 4 minutes left in the first quarter, so a lot of football to play. But they do have to get something and at least get out of the shadow of their end zone. Because right now, when it comes to field position, OU is definitely winning. Definitely winning. So we'll see if that continues throughout the game. And yeah, it's just going to be a good game no matter what happens here. So they're back from the timeout. A few comments that Ty Simpson was struggling to hear on that. Changed helmets. Maybe it was a little radio in their helmet. Quarterback can have them now. So we'll see how that affects. Probably the crowd, though, affecting that play. Here we go. They're going to run to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun. One tailback, three out wide. Put the tailback in motion. Going to snap the ball. Back, of course, the pass. He's running for his life. OU has pressure on him, throwing downfield, and it is out of bounds. He had to throw the ball away because he was being chased after. And it is now 4th down and 10, and Alabama has to punt once again from the shadow of their end zone. Absolutely devastating defense, this OU. OU has definitely came to play, and the problems look like they still maybe exist for Alabama on that offensive line. Of course, again, it's early in the game, 3:45 to go. Here's the punt. Ooh, they almost got it. OU almost blocked it and called for a fair catch. They caught it in Oklahoma's territory, and it is going to be 1st down and 10. I'm sorry, correction. They caught it in Alabama's territory. 1st down and 10 at Alabama's 46. But he nearly blocked it. Number 36, inches from blocking it. Just absolutely inches. But it don't really matter too much on this because the field position, uh, you don't really have to go far to get a field goal, let alone a touchdown. It definitely, right now, things are in the Sooners' favor. Gonna have three out wide, none to the near side. Back in the shotgun, back to pass. He's gonna be looking, gonna go to a check down and pick up around 7, 8 yards on that play. So it's gonna be 2nd down and short. It's gonna be. There's a big difference right now. Alabama is not able to get past this OU line. They're doing a good job at stopping the run game right now, but they're not putting no pressure on OU's quarterback. And a run up the middle, and he has hit a. Let's see where they spot the ball because he went right up to about the 1st down marker. Yes, they did give it to him. He got just enough to get the 1st down. 1st down and 10, OU. They are absolutely dominating right now. They're going to be empty backfield and back in the shotgun. Oh, and the running back comes across and gets it on a. Let's see, and he's going to be down probably about 4 yards shy of the 1st down. So once again, kind of setting up for a 2nd down and short. Came on a reverse to the running back, and he was able to catch that corner. And it is 2nd down and 4. See, here we go. Back in the shotgun. One tailback, two to the near side. A quick snap and toss to the side to the running back, and he is just going to almost catches that sideline, but he's going to be down about 2 yards shy of the 1st down. There is a flag on the play. Let's see. Talking about it may be a late hit on Oklahoma. Let's see what the call is. Number 65 it on the offense. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Late hit. That's unusual to hear from an offense. Hey, being in field goal range and then getting a 5 yard penalty, and uh, yeah, they're showing the replay after the whistle was blown. He shoved a defensive cornerback down. That's not good discipline right there. Let's see what happens. Now they're back at the 43-yard line. So 3rd and 18. So 3rd and 1 mile. Back pass. Quick pass to the side. Gonna get free. Gonna get free. He's gonna be down though to about the 36, 37-yard line. I don't know how good their field goal kicker is. We'll see if they want to go for it or if they're gonna try this field goal. How good OU's field goal kicker is. But I would say that this would be a long, long field goal. It looks like they're going for the field goal. It's a 51-yard attempt. 51-yard attempt. And a snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Wow, OU is going to take a 10-0 lead over Alabama. What a start for the OU Sooners. If you are an OU Sooner fan right now, you have to be happy. If you're an Alabama fan, I know you're a little nervous right now, but there's still a lot of game to go. 45 seconds still in the first quarter. Just got to play some disciplined football. Got to find a way to protect Ty Simpson. OU has came to play. So just missed tackles. Offensive line is not giving Ty Simpson any time. It is just not going well right now for Alabama at all. Hopefully this time they can give Ty Simpson and the Alabama Crimson Tide offense, the special teams can give them a little bit better field position. All right, here we go with the kick. It's off. They signal for a fair catch at the 6 yard line, but fair catch is going to be brought out to the 25. And that's what he should have did the last drive, but I guess he thought he could make something happen, and OU said, no, sir. No, sir, you're going to get... they stopped him right there around the 15. So Alabama comes to the line, shotgun, bunch formation. Gonna hand it off, running to the near side, going to get... Ooh, second effort. Looked like he was going to get tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Second effort, kind of just stumbling and falling forward. And he's going to pick up some good yardage. Probably close to 8 yards on that play. Second down and short. And they gave him 7. Not bad for the first play. That's what they need to do. OU trying to motivate this fans crowd to get louder. Back in I formation. Going to hand it back to the tailback, and he's going to be tripped up at the line. I don't even think he gained anything, so it's going to be 3rd down and short. End of the first quarter. All OU in this. All Oklahoma in the first quarter. Unbelievable. I was not expecting it to be. I was expecting maybe to be like 3-3 right now. Not 10-0. But the Oklahoma Sooners have came to play, and they're doing a heck of a job. So right now we on advertisement break, and I will be back as soon as it resumes. Hey, welcome back. So we're about ready to start the second quarter. So far, quick recap. Oklahoma's been able to get a lot of pressure on Ty Simpson and get sacks and force him to throw it out of bounds. Really putting a lot of pressure, pinning them deep on kicks. So this is the best field position so far Alabama has had, up around 20 or the 33-yard line. Gonna go back pass on the first play of the second quarter and incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down and 3. So Alabama once again is going to have to punt this ball back to OU. And Kalen DeBoer is really upset right now. There was a lot of holding. It kind of did look like pass interference on OU, and Kalen DeBoer is giving the refs an earful of it. A lot of grabbing and holding on the receiver, but no call on that play. Here's the punt. Let's see, and it's going to fall out of bounds. And it looks like they're going to mark it at OU's 42-yard line. Let's see. All right, back in the shotgun. OU is back in the shotgun. No tailback. Kind of like a bunch formation. Pass and incomplete. Good coverage by number 7, Crimson Tide. Yeah, that looked clean to me. They're playing the replay right now, and he did have his arm a little bit around him, but no contact. His right arm came around and made contact with the ball, knocking it away. So good play by the defense. Run. Here's the snap, run, and probably about 2-3 yards on that. So it's going to be 3rd down and kind of long. They're already back, shotgun, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 tailback. 3rd down and 8. They only gave him 2 yards on that. Their quarterback is doing a few checks, repositioning the receivers, bringing number 9 over to the hash marks on the near side. Here's the snap. Gonna be looking, scrambling, gonna fire to the sideline. Did they call him in? Did they call it a catch? Yes, they're calling it a catch on the sideline. Let's see the replay. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Number 4, that's close. He had 2 feet down, but did he have control? And yes, they are going to call for a review on this play. So we're going to get a couple more looks at it to see if it is. If he did catch it, it's a 1st down. It was a hell of an effort, but let's see. I don't know. It don't now in this now they've shown this replay and this is I don't yeah, he has 2 feet in. Does he control the ball all the way through? Contact with the ground? Yes. Let's see if he. I think that's a catch. Here we go, a front angle. He has 2 feet scraping the ground. Whoo! It is a catch. Offense is going back out on the field. So first down and 10 OU. OU is back on the move. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Back in the shotgun. Putting the tailback in motion. Going back in the pass. Gonna gun it through the middle of the field, and it is going to be another catch for number 4 and another large chunk for OU's offense. And he has all day, folks, to throw. All day to throw. Alabama's getting no type of pressure really on this quarterback of Oklahoma. John Mateer. Here we go. He's going to snap it quick. Hand it off. Going to come around and he's going to be met. That actually probably is going to be a slight loss. Second down and 12. That is a clean hit, and that's how you do it. Drive them back. If you're playing defense, it's how you do it. You drive them back. He was good to hang on to that ball. So it actually was caught only a loss of 1. So second down and 11. It looked like it was going to be called a loss of 2, but no. Here's a snap. Pass, and he is going to be stopped after about a gain of 4. So after a second effort, they're going to give him actually 5 yards on that. He twisted around and stretched the ball out, even kind of stumbled forward a little bit. So he's got his 3rd and 5. Back in the shotgun, no tailback. Let's see. Going to be back, pass again all day in the pocket. Pass, pitch, and catch into the red zone. Going to be down to about the 7-8 yard line. Once again, OU is threatening to score and put this game wide open. I'm not saying Alabama cannot come back if they go down 17-0, but it will be hard against this defense of Oklahoma's, which is absolutely showing capable of stopping Alabama up to this point. So it's going to be first down and goal at the 7 yard line. Back in the shotgun, looking all day again. Pitching, catching the end zone, number 5. OU strikes again. 16-0. Oklahoma Sooners. Absolutely stunning performance. I don't know if Alabama has an answer at this point. If they're going to answer this, they got to do it, and they got to do it soon. But they got on, like, John Mateer has all day to pass. It's just pitch and catch for him and his receivers. The extra point is up and good, so 17-0. Absolutely incredible start. Absolutely incredible start. If you are an Oklahoma Sooner fan, you are going absolutely crazy. A little panic may be setting in if you are an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. Back on advertisement, I'm going to take a quick break, pause until we return. Hey, welcome back. 10:51 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, the Oklahoma Sooner fan base is going absolutely crazy in the stands for a good reason. Up 17-0 over Alabama, first round of the playoffs. Winner does advance to play Indiana in the quarterfinals. Here we go to kick. Here we go. Kick is up. See, and they take a fair catch at around the 9-yard line. But it'll come out, even though it's cut there, it's coming out to the 25 because of the fair catch. All right. Alabama is shifting formations. Shotgun, no tailbacks, 5 wide, 3 to the near side. Snapping the ball. He's being chased again. Ty Simpson throws and it's going to be incomplete. It's just absolute poor performance this year so far by the offensive line. Ty Simpson just can't get no time, especially in comparison to the opposing teams. It's just been kind of a poor performance. Kind of thought coming into this game it would be a little bit better, but it hasn't been. Here they go back, empty backfield again, running back in motion. They're gonna fake handoff, and now they're going to quick pass and gonna get around 5 yards. Third down and 5. They moved a receiver from the far side into the running back spot. Kind of do a quick play action pass. Like I mentioned earlier, they're probably going to have to do that kind of stuff because if they go back in the pocket for any amount of time, the offensive line just is not holding up. Here they are, back in the shotgun, 2 tailbacks, 2 receivers to the far side, none to the near side, putting 1 in motion out to the far side. Now they got 3 over there. Snap, throw, quick throw, catch, and it is caught. First time Alabama, and it's the first time in the OU's territory, all the way down to around the 42-yard line. True number 17, true freshman. Let's see, again, same formation. Same formation, same look right now. Here we go. Play action. Back. A little bit of time. Now he has to escape. He's being chased and throws it towards the sideline. Incomplete. Second down and 10. It looked like maybe offensive line was going to hold up there for a second, but then they kind of crumbled again and chased Ty Simpson for it. He had to run for his life. Here we go. 1 tailback. 3 to the near side, none to the far side. Receiver in motion. Number 5 ran to the far side. Snap. Going back at the pass. Checking downfield. Now he got a tight end downfield all the way around the 18 is where the ball is probably going to be placed. I'll have to make sure, but it's first down and 10. Alabama now threatening in the red zone for the first time in this game. They have to respond. Yes, it's first down and 10 at the 18-yard line, at the Oklahoma 18. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. No backs. Kind of like a bunch formation. Back to pass. A little bit of pressure. Quick pass out, and it's going to be incomplete. Hits the ground. he had a receiver pretty open. Might even been a touchdown right there, but just kind of underthrew him. He did have a lot of pressure in his face, but he's he still. It looked like he panicked on this replay. A little underthrown, but if this would have been a perfect throw, it most likely would have been a touchdown. Instead, is an incomplete pass, second down and 10. Alabama. A touchdown here would be very good for Alabama to cut into this lead, to keep it from getting out of control. A guy in motion. A snap. They're going to hand it off. Going to run to the far side. Going to get the edge a little bit, but only going to get about 4 or 5 yards on that. Third down. If they want to stay in this game, they have to score here. A field goal would be something, but it needs to be a touchdown. Third down and 6. So that was a 4-yard carry. Back in the shotgun. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far, 1 tailback. Gonna move the running back from his left to his right side. OU showing blitz coming. Ty Simpson gets the ball off. Quick pass around 3 yards. Going to be fourth and very short. So this is going to be an interesting call right now for Alabama. Are you going to go for it, be aggressive early, or are you going to kick a field goal and just chip into this lead? If you're Alabama, you probably want to go for it here. It looks like Kalen DeBoer is going for it. All right, so they're making some changes at the line. 3 now wide and 2 to the near side. Empty backfield. Snap. He has an open receiver, and he has the first down, and a little bit more with some moves, and a touchdown, Alabama. Alabama strikes now in the second quarter with 6:52 to go. 6-17. OU still with the big lead, considering the defensive skill. But that was a great job by number 17. He just twisted around like a helicopter and managed to slip free and get into the end zone. The extra points up and good. And it is 7. It is 17-7 OU. Alabama gets his first 7 points of the game, and they're right back in it. They needed this. They needed this very bad to stay in this game. It was all Oklahoma leading up to this point. It still kind of is, but that definitely helps. If you're an Alabama fan right now, you're breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief because that was way overdue and needed. Back on advertisements, and we'll get some action here in a minute. Gonna take a brief break while they're on advertisements. Welcome back, everybody. Right now, quick recap. In the first quarter, OU goes up 10-0, then scores another touchdown to take the lead 17-0. Alabama just got through getting their first touchdown of the game to close the gap. Now the score is 17-7, 6:52 to go in the second quarter. Alabama is set to kick it off to Oklahoma. Here we go with the kick. It's going to be back inside the end zone, out the back of the end zone, so definitely a touchback. So the ball comes out to the 25-yard line. This seems to be the worst field position for OU in this game. So let's see if Alabama can get a stop here or if OU continues to drive almost unimpeded by this Alabama defense. 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Back in the shotgun, 1 tailback. Snap. Throw, quick throw to number 4. He had some room. He has 10 yards. He's going to get like 15 yards. Going to be up to the 40-yard line. First down and 10 OU. Quick strike. Nobody really there. Good blocking by the receivers. He had two other receivers out there. Just some teamwork out there. That's how you win ball games. Back in the shotgun. 2 near and 1 wide. A tailback. OU's quarterback is making some checks at the line. Looking over at the sideline. Talking to his offensive line. You see whatever he's seeing, he's trying to make them checks. Snaps it. Goes back and snaps it quickly. And he takes it for a few yards. Quarterback run. Probably like 2 yards on that run. Second down. Here we come to the line. Just a quick recap. 200 yards for Oklahoma, only 87 for Alabama. Here's the snap. Back in the pocket to throw. He has one open, short, number 11, and he passes to him, and it's going to be third down and short. Going to be a long 3, a short 4. See where they mark the ball at. Down to 5:01. OU slowing down the game a little bit, taking some of this time off the clock probably. Back in the shotgun. 2 to the near side, bunch formation on the right side. Gonna go back, snap the ball. Pressure coming. He escapes. He dodges that. Back, passes. Wide open. Oh, wow. That was a big opportunity for a touchdown. He could have escaped and ran for probably at least 15 yards. He chooses to throw it to a wide open receiver downfield and incomplete. Watching the replay right now, he did a number 3 for Alabama, came on a blitz, not touched. He escapes, throws it, and it looks like it just went through the hands of number 24. Yeah, just through the hands. Hit his fingertips. Y'all, that's a big miss. He catches that. That's 7 points. 6 points, but we all know that field goals or extra points, I should say, is automatic. So 7 points. There was a flag on the play, on the punt. And that will be on the kicking team, Oklahoma. I believe too many personnel on the field from snap. Coming out of the snap. All right, here we go. Kid. Oh, he fumbles. He fumbles. He fumbles. Alabama has the ball at the 32-yard line. Oklahoma's 32-yard line. The punter fumbled the snap, dropped the snap, and Alabama recovers. Number 96 on Alabama recovers the football on Oklahoma's 32-yard line. He caught the ball, and then when he went to release it from the replay to kick it, it just drops to the ground. Maybe he pitched it a little too far, or maybe not high enough. I don't know, but it just drops, hits the ground. He tries to pick it up, and the defense is already right there. Big turnover for Alabama. Big turnover. That's the type of stuff that can change a game quickly. 4:23 to go. Alabama comes to the line quickly. Snaps. Goes back to pass. It complete. Across the 20 down to around the 18-yard line. Quickly into the red zone. They were in the I formation and did a play action quickly. Pass directly over the middle. First down and 10. They actually spotted the ball on Oklahoma's 16-yard line. So here we go. Back, empty backfield. Two receivers to each side. Snap. And they come and get him. OU's defense. Number 97, not even touch off to the corner. No, Ty Simpson didn't even see him. Was back from it came from his blind side and just nailed him. They brought two they brought two on the blitz off of that corner, and number 97 came untouched from his blind side. Back in shotgun, three to the near side, one to the far side, tailback. Put a guy in motion. Number 5 going to the far side. Now it's a split set. Go back to pass. Quick pass out and caught by number 1. And OU is going to get him immediately after the catch. It's going to be third down, though. That probably put the ball back about where the initial line of scrimmage was. Let's see where the spot of the ball it was. So not quite. It's third down and 11, so they got most of that back, but not all of it. So third down and long. Already 2 sacks by OU in this game. Early on. Motion Bernard out. Gonna go back to pass. Quick pass. It looked like they were trying to set up the screen and overthrew. He had to kind of throw off his back foot due to the pressure from Oklahoma's defense. Fourth down and 11. Oklahoma has all kind of pressure on Ty Simpson. That was one of the biggest questions. How well could Alabama get in 2 weeks, or should I say improve in 2 weeks at the offensive line, across the offensive line in total? But a field goal is up and good, so 10 points now for Alabama, 17-10. 2 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Right now, really what is really standing out is still the lack of discipline by Alabama's offensive line. That is their biggest weak spot. If they can somehow overcome that, then they might still have, of course, it's a game now, only one possession, but they got to find a way to protect Ty Simpson if they're going to really compete in this game. They really do. On advertisement break, so I will take a brief pause as well. Welcome back to the action. They're about ready to get started and kick this ball off. So after this kick, we might be at the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. The kick is off and out the back of the end zone. So now we'll get at least one play before the 2-minute timeout. Here we go. Empty back set. Changing the formation up a little bit. So now I'll have one tailback, number 5 in motion. Tailback right behind Jean Mateer. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle for a couple yards. Second down. And that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. So within the final 2 minutes of the half, while it started off all OU, Alabama has managed to find a way to climb back into it and make a game of it. It started to look like, of course, it was going to get away, but no, it has not. Alabama says not so fast. Right now, it is 17-10, nearing the half. And going to take another pause while it is on commercials. Welcome back. So we're ready to get started. 2 minutes until the half. Alabama able to climb back in with a touchdown and field goal here in the second quarter. Held OU to only 7 points here in the second quarter. Here we go back in the shotgun. Two to the near side, one to the far side, one tailback. Here's a snap, out back to pass. Looking all day. Catching! He went up. He climbed up the ladder. A catch made right at the 50-yard line. He fell down around Alabama's 49-yard line. Let's see exactly where they spotted the ball at, but it is First down and 10, OU. So they're actually going to spot the ball on Oklahoma's side of the 50 at the 49. It looked like he went to the other side, but that's still a pretty big play. Back to pass. Looking for to make something happen, really. A little bit of a busted play right there. John Montero is stopped at the line of scrimmage pretty much. Second down and 10. He was looking, just didn't find nobody open. And line with pocket was starting to close in, trying to find just something, anything to keep from having a negative play. Just kind of ate it with a short run. But Alabama is going to have to, if they want to kind of throw OU's momentum off offensively, they're going to have to, Alabama's going to have to start bringing some blitz from the second level from the linebackers because they're not getting it done on the ground. I mean, like right there at the line. They're doing good at stopping the run, but they're not doing good. Their front four is not doing good at getting pressure. All right, here's the snap. Pass. Quick interception. It's going to be the CB and quarterback. Touchdown, OU. There really wasn't even a contest there. Number 2, stiff arms, Ty Simpson, and he was just gone at that point pretty much already. So touchdown, OU. Pick 6. I am so sorry, y'all. I got too excited. I'm calling the wrong team. Touchdown, Alabama. Touchdown, Alabama. Pick 6, Alabama. 17. I got so excited about the play, I called the wrong team there. So my apologies, but sigh of relief from the Alabama fans. But here's the extra point. It's up and good. Alabama's tied this game up with that pick 6 right there. Wow, I don't know. I was so into the play, I just lost focus there on the team. But that was a hell of a play by Alabama, number 2, to pick that ball off, just be right there, the right spot, right time. Good awareness. Came a foot race with John Tier, and of course, stiff armed him and got into the end zone to tie up the score. And it is now a dead even ball game. Here's the kick to Oklahoma. The kick, it is out the back of the end zone, so OU will take it at the 25-yard line. Here we go. Empty back set, 3 wide, 2 to the near side. Guy in motion. Gonna throw it, and it is knocked down by the defensive line. Smith got his hands up and affected the pass. That is how you play some defense. It looks like the Alabama defense is coming alive. He has. All right, back in the shotgun, empty set. 2 to the near, 3 to the far side. Snap, throw, catch. Number 9 breaks 1 tackle, and in turn, by the time he gets back around, he is met by 2 more defenders, and he is going to be brought down immediately. Third down should be third down and 5. 57 seconds to go. Clock is moving. Third down and 5. 50 seconds to go. Here we go. Back in the shotgun. One tailback. Two out. A tight end close in. And it's going to be a carry for the quarterback, quarterback keeper, and he's going to only get about 2 yards out of that. So it will be fourth down. Wait. Hold the phone. Alabama called a timeout apparently before the snap. Let's see what they're. No, they called a timeout, I guess, to stop the clock with 22 seconds on there to try to get the ball back. I think OU was trying to run the clock out and maybe. So Alabama just got a 15-yard penalty for sideline warning, sideline infraction. Kalen DeBoer is not too happy at the moment. So let's see how this. So instead of getting the ball back, it looks like Oklahoma will be first down and 10. Wow. I would like to see the replay on that to find out what happened there. Oklahoma still has 2 timeouts, 22 seconds left. So it'll be interesting to see if they go and try to drive downfield at least to get in field goal range and kick a field goal to have the lead at half. Wow. Right now, they're showing Kalen DeBoer going off right now. I guess they're trying to figure out what. Here we go. So OU now is up at the 47 yard line. At their own 47. Probably have around 15, 18 yards to go to get the field goal range. Quick pass and out of bounds. About 5 yards on that. So second down and moderate. So here we go. Alabama stacking the line. Look like they're bringing the blitz or not. But they did get pressure on John Mateer, and he goes down for a couple yard loss. So third down. 14 seconds remaining. So now it's going to be third down and 10. Second timeout used by OU. They're on the sideline just talking about the play and I guess, what they want to do. Here we go. OU is back. 2 tailbacks. Gonna go back to pass, short pass. He is not gonna go out of bounds. and he's trying to fight for that first down. Gets it up to about 3 yards. I'd say he's 3 yards shy of the first down. It's definitely fourth down, and that'd be the half. We are now at halftime, so I'm going to take a quick break while we're at half, and I'll be back to broadcast play-by-play of the second half of this game. It's been great up to this point. 17-7, quick recap. Oklahoma took a 10-point lead in the first quarter, capitalized in the second, early in the second quarter to go up 17-0. And since then, Alabama has went 17 unanswered points themselves with pick six, and it's just kind of that back and forth game that was expected. A little bit more scoring than what was expected, but right now is still as close as ever. Anybody's ball game. Of course, 2 more quarters to go, 30 more minutes on the clock to go, so anything could happen. Please join me for the second half. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be taking a slight break, probably around a 15-minute. Usually a half lasts 20. I'll keep an eye on it and make sure to pick back up on the broadcast as soon as the second half starts. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome back. So while we're still at halftime, I'm going to run through some stats real quick from the game, from the first half of this game. So Oklahoma on offense, passing 186 yards, rushing 50 total, 236 yards. Alabama only has 103 yards passing, negative 3 yards yet again in the first half. We'll see if that changes when they come back out and play a total of 100 yards. So far, John Mateer is 16 for 24 with 186 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Ty Simpson is 9 of 16 with only 103 yards and one touchdown. Leading rusher, John Mateer and Miller on Alabama. John Mateer is the leading rusher right now for Oklahoma with 10 carries, attempts, and 27 yards. Jay Miller is the leading rusher for Alabama with 3 attempts and 11 yards. A lot of that negative comes from the sacks that OU has been getting off from all that pressure, which has only been 2 sacks, but every single play nearly OU has managed to get pressure on Ty Simpson and has really affected how Alabama is playing. See, just looking at some defensive stats right now. So Brown got the interception, has 2 tackles, got the interception, the pick six right there in the second quarter to tie the game up. So it's just been really competitive game, kind of what was expected. Jones, just really quick mention. Jones Jr. was the one that got one of the sacks, and K. Lewis got the other sack for OU's defense. But to go back to kind of talking about the game, it's just itself. Was one sided. All OU now is looks like it's kind of flipped. Since then, it's been 17 unanswered points by the Crimson Tide to tie the game. So coming back out in the second half, it is definitely going to be a back and forth game, competitive, kind of like everyone predicted. But most people probably wouldn't have even thought that these teams would score this, or this would be about what the final score was. So a little bit more offense in this game than what was expected. But overall, just an absolute great matchup to this point. Despite the fact Alabama struggled on the offensive line, they're looking, really good still in the game. Sooners moving the ball on offense. Tremendous defensive performance. Got to give it to them by putting that, because they're the ones putting that pressure on Alabama, and they have them -3 rushing yards at the moment, which is just absolutely crazy. So it looks like we're getting ready to get back to some football here really quick. Also, I'm going to be doing a live of the Texas A&M Miami game tomorrow at 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 9 Mountain, or 10 Mountain and 9 Pacific time. Here we go. Ready to get this second half underway. Lined up for the kick. Alabama will be getting the ball first. Or Here we go. and it's going to be a fair catch. So it's going to come out to the 25. Kind of expect the same thing in the second half. Maybe not quite as much scoring. Really didn't expect this much scoring to begin with, but it's still highly competitive back and forth through the second half. Alabama is snapping the ball, first play of the second half. Going to pass to number 5. Quick pass. He has 10 yards just over the line, and he gets hit, and the ball came out, but they're rolling him down. So a 12-yard gain for number 5. The ball came out immediately after he was down, but yes, looking at the replay, he was down. Hey, Alabama back in the shotgun. One to the near side, two to the far side, one halfback. Fake, pass, complete, and out of bounds after around a 5-yard gain. Second down. So they only gave him 4 yards, so second down and 6. Back in the shotgun, 3 out far wide, bunch formation, only 1 to the near side. Now they're changing the play up a little bit. Tight end is back on the line. Only 2 out wide now to the far side. Snap, pass, pressure, throw. The throw is a little high, a little over the receiver's head. Going to bring up third down and 6. Here we go. Alabama back to the line. Back in a shotgun. 3 to the near side. 1 to the far side, but close to the line. A tailback. Ty Simpson is doing a check at the line. Snap. A little bit of a delay, but he's back. Got a little bit of pressure, but there's a flag on the play. Far start offense. So they're going to be third down now and 11. Not the direction you want to go if you're Alabama. He was trying to make some adjustments last second, and then the offensive tackles just flinched a little bit on the near side, and it cost them 5 yards. So here we go. 2 receivers to the far side, now 3. The tight end has went out there, was in motion. Back, pass, pressure, throw. And he had his hands on it. Number 2 had his hands on it, but could not bring it in. He was hit as soon as he went to make the catch. As soon as his hands touched the ball, he was up in midair too, and just could not hold on to the ball. So another drop by Alabama, and it's going to bring up fourth down and 11. They're going to have to punt it to Oklahoma. And it's going to be signal for a fair catch at the 26-yard line. At Oklahoma's own 26-yard line. So it's still early in the third quarter. No score. OU is about to have their first possession when it comes back from advertisements. Again, kind of came out sluggish if you're Alabama. Having a little problems on the offensive line still. I just think that's their identity, but that was kind of the thing coming into this game. Are they going to be able to adapt to the weakness in a sense? So far, the answer is no, but they have done enough to keep to tie the game. So obviously is definitely still within the realm of possibility for Alabama to win this. It's anyone's game, and it sure is turning out to be a really good one. So I'm going to take a brief break while it's still on advertisements. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all are enjoying. All right, here we go. About time to get started here. 17-17, 13:22 to go in the third quarter. First possession by Oklahoma in the second half. All right, back in the shotgun. Kind of a bunch formation, far right wide. They're going to hand it off, though, up the middle, and he's going to drive a little bit on Alabama for around 5 yards. Take it down and sits. OU has kind of slowed down the pace of their offense. They was going about no huddle in the first half. And they're taking their time a little bit now. Snap. Gonna go throw it over the middle, but it's gonna be incomplete, broken up by number 41, Hill Green. A very tight window that he tried to fit it into, and it just wasn't. Yeah, the receiver had his hands on it, but then number 41 kind of got his hand wrapped in between his and forced the ball out for an incompletion. He never had possession. Back in shotgun, empty set. Snap. Back in the pocket. Gonna throw in just a drop pass right there. I don't think you call it anything else. Number 5 was open. It was a slightly behind him, but it hit him in the arm, and he just could not bring it in. He could not. He had his hands. It hit his. He had to reach backwards to try to get it, but it did hit his hands, and he just couldn't bring it in. Now he did get hit immediately, so that might have had a little bit of a factor. Here's the punt. Gonna move pretty quick here. A really good punt. Alabama's going to try to return this and up to around the 25. Caught it around the 19. A flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be on Oklahoma. So after the play, based off it's going to be a late hit personal foul on number 44, Oklahoma. After they ran him out of bounds, after they ran the runner out of bounds, number 44 came up and delivered a hit nearly on the sideline. It looked like he was kind of in motion, maybe could barely stop, but it still was called for. He still got called for personal foul on that. So Alabama gets it back with a little bit better field position because of that. All right, and we're back on a commercial break on the TV, so I will take a brief pause as well. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. So we're about to get started again. Just really quick mention, going to be also doing a live play-by-play stream of the Miami Texas A&M game tomorrow at noon Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, and 9 Pacific time. Please subscribe and would enjoy having you watching. All right, here we go. Alabama back in the shotgun, one wide, gonna snap it, gonna toss it to the running back. The running back gonna find a little bit of room. He has a lot of room. He is down to around the 30-yard line, Oklahoma's 30-yard line. He found a gap right up the middle, and it was wide open. Good blocking by the receivers. A few linemen got downfield, big guys on little guys, and made something happen right there. First down at the 30-yard line. Longest run of the game for Alabama. Back in the shotgun, two wide, one to the near side. Ty Simpson sees something and is making a check at the line. Snaps it. Throws. Quick. A little outside, a little bit overthrown. He overshot his receiver. He was targeting number 17. Here we go. Shotgun. Two to the near side, one to the far side. Tailback. Here we snap. Going back to throw. Time. A deep pass to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Alabama. Pass to the corner, to the near side corner of the end zone. He catches it. The OU defender fell down, jumped up, mistimed it, and is going to be the first lead of the game for Alabama. 23-17, possibly 24-17, pending on the extra point. Here we go. Field goes up. Our extra point's up. Good. And we now Alabama has a 24-17 point lead, 24 unanswered points. So a tale of two halves nearly, or OU went up 17-0 between the first quarter and early into the second. Then after that is all been Alabama. That was a good pass, good catch by Alabama. Now it's time for OU to respond, especially if they want to keep in this game. Still got a lot of time, though. 11:21 on the clock. Alabama lining up for the kick. Here's the kick. And it is going to be a touchback out the back of the end zone. So OU will take over on the 25-yard line. Now it's Mateer's turn to see what he can do with this offense, with this OU offense. Back in the shotgun to the near side. Guy in motion. Number 5 is in motion. Gonna fake handoff. Gonna run for his life and not escape. Number 31 gets to John Mateer for a sack. Second down. Really, nobody even touched him. He came in on a delayed blitz, came off that edge, and nobody was present to stop him. It is going to be second down and 15. Back to pass. Here we under pressure again, and he's going down yet again. Now it's Alabama's defense's turn to eat a little bit. Back-to-back sacks. Seems like they're fired up for this second half. It's not always how you start a game, it's how you finish it. Let's see how OU does. Snap. Back to pass. Short pass to the hidden running back has a little bit check down, but not enough for the first down, fourth down. Got up to around the 22-yard line, so got some of that back, but not all of it. And OU has to punt. You got to play 4 quarters. Got to play 4 quarters. OU, though, is still in this. It's still 9:35 to go. Here's the kick. And here's the catch. It's going to be returned. Going to do a little bit of trickery and still going to go down, though, after a short gain. And when we come back from this break, Alabama will have the ball. First down with 9:26 remaining on the clock. Welcome back. Alabama's getting ready to go on offense. Quick recap. Started off 17 to nothing. OU now Alabama's went on a 24-point run up now in the third quarter. 24-17. Alabama first down and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. Here's the snap. Ty Simpson's going to keep and get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Second down and 10. All right, here we go. Shotgun, 2 wide, 1 near, 1 tailback. Here's a pass up the middle. That's going to be complete. That looks like it's going to be like 3rd and 3. So I'm going to get a 3rd and short here. 3rd and 2. Got a good spot. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Ty Simpson back in the shotgun. No tailback. Bunch formation far out. Here we go. Ty Simpson back. Looking. Scrambling. Throwing. Open and missed. Could not come up with it. Number 5, it looked like it got close to him. There is a flag, though. So let's see. And it is near the line of scrimmage, so see if this is a false start. Holding, defense, 10-yard penalty. So that's going to give Alabama a first down. Showing the replay, going to take a look at it right here. There we go. Trying to see. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, definitely a hold right there. Definitely got the right call. All right, 3 wide, 2 near. Empty backfield. Number 5 in motion. Coming to the tailback position. Going to take the handoff and get tackled right at the line of scrimmage. It went right through his hands. Showing the replay up close. The ball was a little underthrown. If this ball was thrown a little bit further, that's a touchdown for Alabama. But the ball was a little underthrown. He went down to his knees to make the catch, and it just slipped right through his hands. Here we go. Back in the shotgun. Tailback. Guy in motion. Throw. Quick throw. Catch. Number 17. And a group of OU's players immediately grab him. So it's going to be 3rd down and short again. 3rd down and 5. Just go back to some of those plays prior. Ty Simpson either is overshooting, underthrowing his receivers, and some of them are dropping the ball. It's definitely something they need to work on, hopefully get right. Here they are, back in the shotgun. 1 tailback, 2 near and 1 wide. To the far side. Here we go. Ty Simpson chooses to keep it, and he's going to get the first down and a bit more down to the 25-yard line and out of bounds. Took the snap, looked, didn't see nothing. He didn't see anything. He took off running. There was a little bit of a gap. Something Ty Simpson can do. He can run on you. Here we go. Back in the shotgun. None to the near side, 2 to the far side. 1 tailback. Kind of a bunch near formation near the line of scrimmage. Making a little bit of a change. Snap. Throw. And tight end is going to catch it. Looks like he's going to get around 5 yards. Going to be 2nd down. Good throw on that one. Good catch. Near the sideline. Step out. Let's move on. 2nd down and 6. Back in the shotgun again. 1 tailback. Bunch formation to the near side. 3 players. Now Ty Simpson makes a change. He sends now 3 to the far side, 2 to the near, and nobody in the backfield with him. Snap. 4-man rush. He has some pressure. He throws it in the tight end. Drops it. How? Number 81, it was in his hands. He had at least a good 3 or 4 yards if he would have caught that football, but it just slips right through his hands. And that is what I mentioned a second ago. It's just, if it ain't poorly thrown in a sense or poorly placed, it's just slipping through their hands. But despite that, they still have the lead. Back in the shotgun, 3 wide, 1 to the near side. Have a running back. Put a guy in motion, come around. Looks like it's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Just try to power forward for maybe a yard. So it's going to be 4th down. and probably 5 here, depending on where they spot the ball. Most likely a field goal attempt here coming from Alabama. Yes, it is. Alabama will be attempting a 40-yard field goal. And it is good. Down the middle. So Alabama extends their lead to 10, the biggest lead of the night. And now it's their turn to pull a little bit away from OU. And we're back on advertisements. Just really quick. OU really does need to respond here. Now we're getting late into the third quarter. It's still 4 quarters, only 10 points. But OU needs to respond here if they want to win this game. They need to come up with something on this next drive. And right after these advertisements, I will be back. A quick reminder, I will be doing a live tomorrow for the Texas A&M and Miami game at noon Eastern. Please join for that as well. And thank you for joining for this game. Please comment, like, subscribe. I might also be doing all 3 games tomorrow, the playoffs, for the playoffs. All right, welcome back. So just a touch base, a lot of miscues, really by both teams have had their share of miscues. Both teams' defenses have got some sacks in this game. The big thing was probably that turnover late in the second quarter to tie things up. All right, here's the kick. It's going to be fair caught by OU, so they'll take the ball at the 25-yard line. Here we go. No tailback. Everybody is out. 2 to the near, 3 to the far side. Snap. Back in the pocket. A bit of time. Decides to scramble. Going to pick up 5. Looks like about 7 yards. Let's see where they spot it. He dove, so let's see where they spot it. Here's another. Back to playing quick. 2nd and 3. 7 yards on the last play. 2 to the near side, 3 to the 1 to the far side. Tailback. Making a few adjustments. Snap. And he's going to keep it. Design keeper. And he's going to get 2 yards on it, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Here we are back at the shotgun. OU, 2 to the near side, a little bit bunch formation across the line. Going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to run up the middle. He looks like he got right to the line, so it's going to be where they spot the ball. It's going to be 1st down, OU. Here we go. Snap. Gonna hand it off. Gonna come to the near side for a couple yards. Oklahoma's had 55 rushing yards, and Alabama now has 40 rushing yards. Back in the shotgun, 2 to each side. Running back, number 12 is in motion. Gonna hand it off up the middle, and he's driving down, and gonna pick up around 5 yards. Looks like it's gonna be 3rd and 2. Back to the line in the shotgun. 2 wide, 1 near. Number 5 in motion. Gonna be a pass. He's running. He throws and it's a catch. 1st down, OU. But there he was in trouble trying to run to avoid a sack and found number 6 near the sideline. Pass catch. Just got over the 1st down marker for a 1st down. 1st down and 10. Nobody in the backfield. 3 to the near side, 2 to the far. He's gonna fake pass and then run and be hit right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Mateer can run as well. Second and 10, OU. OU needs to answer this 27-point run by Alabama. We are at the end of the quarter. We are about to enter the 4th and final quarter of this 1st round playoff game, and it has been a really good game. 1st quarter, early into the 2nd quarter, dominated by OU. And then Alabama, since then, has scored 27 unanswered points. OU looking on this drive to stop that run and kind of get back into it and close the gap on that lead. Definitely need to. It's starting to get down to the wire. So we're on advertisements. Going to take a brief pause. So welcome back. We're about to get started back. But first, it looks like 50 Cent has come onto the field to perform a little bit, or did right there in between the third and fourth quarter, I should say. Starting the fourth quarter, 27-17. Yeah, he's performing still. He's still performing. The lights back on. They're lined up, ready to get this thing back going. Just a quick performance. All right, OU back to the line, 2nd and 10, shotgun. Waiting for the snap. All right, snap. Back to throw. Gunning it downfield and incomplete. There is a flag on the play. Probably interference. Looks like pass interference on number 18. And that is what is going to be called. So that's going to be a free 15 yards for OU and a first down. Just a little bit mismatched there. It looked like number 18 was trying to hold on to keep 12 from really getting away from him. Just a lot of hands grabbing and stuff. Definitely the right call. So now it's first down and 10. OU is threatening to score again here early in the fourth quarter. Down on the Alabama's 37-yard line. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Pass down middle. He caught the ball at the 10, the 5, end zone, touchdown, OU. And they just closed the gap in this game just like they needed to do. Just like was predicted, or just about pretty much everyone, that this was going to be a very close battle. Maybe a few more points than what was expected, but hey, it's a good game all the same. Number 4 with the catch. And here's a kick up and good. 27-24, Alabama. But this really does help OU go. It goes a long way to close this gap, especially entering the fourth quarter. There was 27 unanswered points by Alabama to kind of get the momentum back, especially right here in the fourth quarter and get a touchdown. That's big. That's really big. Yeah, just a pass down the middle on a crossing route down there, and then it was just a foot race. It was just a foot race and see if anybody and nobody defensively had an angle or fast enough to catch up to number 4 and touchdown OU. Definitely put some life back into the crowd. Definitely put some life back into the crowd. Here's the kick, and it's going to be fair caught, and the ball is going to come out to the 25. So really good game. Really, really good game so far. Back and forth, momentum shifts. Both defenses has got to the quarterback at times. You got the turnover that OU made back in the second quarter that led to a pick six by Alabama. But now, after that score, the OU crowd, the OU faithful looks to be back in it Ty Simpson back in the pocket. No back. Put a guy in motion, brought him back, and now he handed off the ball for no gain. Maybe it looks like they gave him a yard on that. He got a yard, but that OU offensive line met him immediately. Here we go. Ty Simpson in the back, 3 wide, 1 to the near. He has a tailback beside him. All right, now Ty Simpson is changing the play up. He's changing the play up. Now he brought everybody in. Bunch formation on the far side. 3 receivers. Still got the tailback beside him. He back in the pocket. Pass. Taking a shot downfield. Caught. And looks to be complete. Yes, it was. Down into Oklahoma's territory. First down and 10, Alabama. Number 1 got just enough separation on number 23 and caught the ball and managed to keep his feet in on the near side. 1 foot. Got that 1 foot in. That's all you need, though. Here we go. Back in shotgun. Gonna hand the ball off. Gonna try to bounce outside, and he's met. Looks like it's gonna be a 1-yard loss on that. Second down. Should be second down and 11. (13 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Back in the shotgun. Back in the shotgun. 1 tailback. They're going to toss it to the side. And he is met again at the line of scrimmage. Maybe another yard loss. Let's see if it came out. Alabama is trying to say they got the ball. It was a fumble. Based off the replay, it definitely was a fumble. Let's see if OU recovered it. It was a pile up for the football. Everybody fighting for it. It looks like Alabama maintained possession. Going to be back in the shotgun. 1 tailback. 2 to the near side. 1 to the far side. Changing the play up a little bit. Still pretty much looking the same. All right, going back for a pass. Pressure. And he is going to be sacked. No way he's getting away from that. Ty Simpson goes down again. This OU defense is ready. 4th down and a mile for Alabama. They crossed on that, and he just came in there, number 38 for the Oklahoma Sooners, and hit Ty Simpson, and that's all she wrote. Here's the snap, the punt, high and short, gonna take a Alabama bounce though, down to about the 7-yard line. The ball's gonna be spotted on the 7-yard line. So after this break, Alabama will have the ball 1st down and 10 on the or OU will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 7-yard line. Welcome back. So this is the first out of 4 games, playoff games this weekend. Really good slate of games, especially this one and the Miami Texas A&M game. Going to be doing a live on it as well tomorrow. All right, they're ready to go. Back in the pocket. OU is back in the pocket. Gonna take it, run with it. Quarterback run right up the middle and nothing. Both of these teams are used to these close games. It was close in the regular season, and OU managed to pull it out. Here we go, back in the shotgun. One wide out, two to the near side. Draw, run. Gonna put a shoulder down and gonna get a couple of yards. Gonna be third down and probably around 4. See the spot of the ball. Gonna be third down and 5. Ball is on the 8-yard line. There is movement on the line, and that will be on the offense. So that will be third down and 10 now. False start. OU, OU is kind of backed up right now. Their back's against the end zone. So a long 9, a short 10, however you want to call it. Third down. Back in a shotgun, one tailback. Gonna go back to pass in the end zone and pass, and it's gonna be looks like it's tipped or hit a defensive player's helmet at the line. Wait, it is gonna be fourth down. See the replay. When he throws, it hits. Oh, it hit the defense lineman in the throat. Really, I mean, if you really want to call it, right in between the face guard and his numbers, right in there in the neck area. But I believe it got enough of his face mask. He's okay. They're going to be punting from their end zone. And here's the punt. Is away, kind of a slow, wobbly kick. Gonna be attempted to return on that. Kind of dangerous there. Ball was bouncing on the ground. Number 5 picked it up and tried to run it back. Only got a couple. Kind of dangerous because there was a lot of traffic there. So it's kind of short yardage now for Bama. First down and 10. 9:20 to go. Not much time. Not far to go for Bama to get a field goal. Or at least attempt one. Alabama ties something up to under center. One tailback in the back. 2 wide. Here's a handoff right up the middle. He has around 7 yards on that. Nothing fancy. Just hard nosed football. Down and dirty. Good blocking on that. A big hole for number 4. Here we go. Back in the shotgun. One tailback. 2 wide to the far side. One to the near. Motion. Looks like it's going to be a play action. Quick pass. Going to be a battle. 50-50 ball and incomplete. Do they call it a catch or they're going to rule it a catch? Over the Kobe. It was, let's just look at this. Yes, he caught it. He caught it over his back. His arms was like over the guy's back. Jumped up and reached over the guy's back around him and caught it. And it stands, and here goes the snap in the red zone run up the middle for nothing. But wow. Wow, what a catch. I'm still kind of surprised by that. Number 5 went over the top and caught it from the back of the cornerback. And then fought for it as he went down. And maintained possession until he was like down, and they ruled it a catch. It's already can't be reviewed either, so it's good. Second down and goal at the 6-yard line. A long 5, short 6. Alabama's going to take their first time out here. They definitely want to talk this over. It'd be big for them to capitalize right here with a touchdown. Going to take a quick break while it's on advertisements. Welcome back. 7:30 to go in the game. Alabama threatening to score and extend the lead back to 10. Current score 27-24. Definitely a good game. Way higher scoring than what was expected. John Mateer is on the sideline trying to pump up the offense because he knows when they come back out, it is a must-score situation regardless of what happens here. He might not get many more opportunities. Alabama coming to the line. Back in the shotgun, putting the run back in motion, just switching sides. Now he's putting number 5 in motion, running across. Going to hand it off to number 4 up the middle, and he's going to fight. And is he in? Yes! He is in. Touchdown, Bama. It definitely a little bit of a response by the offensive line in this second half to protect Ty Simpson and get some push against this really good Oklahoma defense. Definitely stepped up in the second half. Kicks up, And it is good. 34-24. $7:24 to go in the game. Just tough physical running right there. Hit one guy, bounce off of him, hit another guy, bounce off of him. Just kept driving, determination. All that was set up by an amazing catch by number 5 over the back of the defender. That you really can't, you cannot position yourself better as a defender, but the receiver still came up with an amazing catch to set up a red zone visit. And number 4 finished it off with a touchdown. Here's a kick, and it's going to be fair caught inside the end zone by OU. OU will take over at the 25-yard line. So far, OU has done their best when they went hurry up. But at the same time, you score too much, and you can't really let too much time tick away. But you're also, you might not want to take too much time off. Here we go. Shotgun, putting number 5 in motion. Coming to the near side. One receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side. Snap. Throw. Intercept. Oh, intercepted and dropped by number 31 on Alabama. It hit him in the chest and the numbers. He dropped it. It's a big missed opportunity for a turnover. But hey, still, if you're Alabama, you're feeling good, incomplete. Here we go. Shotgun. 3 to the near, 1 to the far. Tailback. Snap. Quick throw. Gonna get hit after only about 2 yards. He was met by a host of Alabama Crimson Tide defenders. Just a short perimeter throw. Didn't go for much. Just kind of worked the field, I guess, a little bit. Now it's 3rd and 8, a little long. OU back in the shotgun. Currently 2 to the near, 1 to the far. 1, of course, the tailback in the back. Alabama showing a little bit of blitz potentially. And they're going to run. They're going to get to Mateer and sack him. They did bring the blitz. And number 17 got to him. And that was a big play, forcing OU to punt this ball. They definitely could not go for it in this territory back because they're way back in their own territory. Number 17 just fought his way back to Mateer and got the sack, never gave up. Mateer tried to get away, but it just wasn't going to happen. Punt, catch, going to be returned. Going to be to the 40, out up around the 41, 42. Looks like it's going to be spotted at the 42. There is a flag, though. So it might come back a little bit. Holding, number 13, receiving team. So it should be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Tide. So there's going to be a quick timeout here, and 34-24, 5:55 left in the fourth quarter. Alabama's ball. Definitely not what I thought. Definitely did not foresee 34 points being scored by either team. Really, not even 24. Oklahoma got out to a 17-0 point lead. Alabama answered that with 27 consecutive points, followed by OU 7. And then now Alabama's answered and has the ball back. with a chance to eat some of this time off the clock. Definitely coming down to the wire. Definitely in favor of Alabama, though, at this point. But anything could happen. A fumble, interception, really is all it takes. You get a 3-and-out here, go down, score 7, you're still in the game. So nowhere near over. But you really do have to start watching that clock and really start hustling and knowing that each and every drive you must score. Every single drive you don't score is a missed opportunity. But overall, great game. I'm going to be doing another live tomorrow, Texas A&M and Miami. Please join me for that. Should be another fun event. Both offenses really explosive. This is really the type of score I expected for that game. Who knows? That might be our defensive game. But either way, going to be an incredible matchup there. And regardless of who wins it, I pick A&M to win it, but either one could. So please join me for that. I'm going to take a brief pause while is on advertisements, and I'll be right back as soon as it comes back. Quick TV timeout, back. So you Alabama here, you try to eat the clock. Try to eat the clock. Nothing fancy. Then again, you got Oklahoma on their heels, so who knows? Alabama going. Ty Simpson is going to go up under center, one tailback. Everybody's kind of bunched formation here. Number one goes in motion. 4 gets the handoff and going to have about a 3-yard run. Second down, Alabama. Just a quick run, a little bit of motion, run, trying to catch them. Looked like 71 might have missed a block opportunity on the replay, but overall, not too bad. It's a good way to burn some of that time or force OU to take a timeout. Probably a little too soon to do that, though. 2nd and 8. Which I want to say OU did call their first timeout on that to stop the clock. So they did burn one. Thought it might be a little too early, but looks like they did do so. If you're Alabama here, you might want to try for this first down because you stand how long you have it. You can take tick, tick, tick. You don't want to go 3-and-out here. If you're OU, you need to get them 3-and-out. Ty Simpson back up under center. One tailback behind him. Motion number 2. He's going to hand it off again. The number 4 up the middle. Powering forward, trying to get as many yards. Looks like it's going to another pickup of 3 yards. Going to be 3rd down and a medium. If you're Alabama, should you run the ball and force them maybe to take another timeout, their final one, or eat as much clock as possible? Or do you go for a pass and try to get this first down? Saying that, you might get that first down with a run, but in this, I think you pass and try to get that first down. If you get this first down, you're going to put a lot more pressure on Oklahoma. A lot more pressure. Here we go. Here we go. Alabama. They're ready. Oklahoma has already burned 2 of their timeouts, trying to save this clock. Back in the shotgun. 2 out far, 1 near. The one near run is put in motion. Pass. Gonna go back. Pressure. Down. 44. Leans Ty Simpson down to the ground. And again, the pressure works. They will not spend their final timeout. They let the clock tick. They still got over 5 minutes. They'll probably get the ball back right around 4.5 minutes. That's still enough time. They do have to do a hurry up when they do get the ball back, but they still got time. Here's the punt. It's going to be a pretty good one. Going to be fair caught at about the 37, 38 yard line. So OU gets the ball back in pretty good field position. We'll see what they have. They got to go in a hurry up. They cannot waste time. They get pretty good clock management. 5 minutes left. It might have paid off taking them 2 timeouts. It might have been a little early as well. We'll see how it plays out. Back in the shotgun. 2 out far wide, 1 near, and a tailback. Here's the snap. Of course, back to pass. He's being chased. He's going to have to throw this ball away to keep from being sacked. Nobody open. The pressure got to him enough to affect it. Defensive line, that front 7 really, and all of them have stepped up big time in the second half. Here we go. Back in the shotgun again. Snap. Gonna be looking. Short, moderate throw. Around 5 yards on that. Clock's moving. Tick, tick, tick. They're gonna have to hurry to the line. 3rd down. They gotta play this. Back in the shotgun. Snapped it. Looking for a pass. Again, short. And the ball came out. I don't know if the ball came out. And OU falls back on it. Let's see what the call is. Or did Alabama fall on it? So if they roll it a fumble, from what I'm saying, it might actually be Bama ball. And they do give it to Bama. Bama now has the ball. Recovered the fumble. This play might go to review. No, it was definitely a fumble. He did catch it. He did have possession, and then it got knocked out. And then Bama fell on top of it and got it. But then again, well, from the replay, it looks like it was a fumble, but I was correct to begin with. They are going to review this. The booth just wants to make sure they get this right. This is a big moment. Alabama gets this back. They're really already in scoring position. And OU does not have any timeouts, hardly. This could be the game right here. This call right here most likely is the game. All right, it got reversed on the review. I guess an incomplete pass. They said he didn't have possession fully. 4th down and 5. OU coming to the line. Offense, of course, is out on the field. They got to go for it here. Back in the shotgun. Nobody back. No tailbacks back. Everybody out. 3 to the near side. 2 to the far side. Everything probably rides on this play. Back to pass. Got time. Has time. Now out of the pocket. Passing downfield, wide open. Going to be down to the 30, the 20, and he's going to be wrapped up around the 17-yard line. OU is in business now. OU is in business now. Nobody was around the receiver. He was wide open, number 11. All right, quick play. Snap. Going to be back. Pass short. 5 yards or so. 5 yards on that. Second down in 5. They're in the red zone now. At any points at this point, anything is good. All right, back. Looking. Pressure. More pressure. And he is sacked. He tries to escape, but he cannot. He minimized the loss, but he still got sacked. Right here, even if you get 4th down, a field goal pulls it within 7. I'm not saying that that's what they want, but that's what they might have to settle for. 3rd down and 9. Right here, back in the shotgun. 2, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side, a tailback. So, timeout by Alabama. They want to make sure to get this 3rd down play right. This is going to be a big call by OU if they don't get this 1st down. If they don't get this 1st down right here, they got a choice. Kick the field goal, pull within 7, or attempt a field goal. If you get it, pull within 7. You got a good defense. You only have 1 timeout, though, and you got the 2-minute timeout, so technically 2. So, do you do that? Get the ball back and see if you can get in, punch it in for a touchdown, or do you go for it on 4th down? All or nothing type situation. But right now we got their 3rd down. They got 1 more opportunity. 3 to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 tailback, shotgun. Gonna be back to pass. Throwing it up, and it is way off the mark. It sailed. I don't know exactly what happened, but that ball sailed way over the head of the receiver. They did bring a blitz. They hit him right as he threw, so that probably was. It looked intentional. Definitely with how far over the receiver it was. It definitely works. They are going to go settle for a field goal attempt. Here we go. The hold, the kick, and it is no good. Oh my goodness. I don't know about y'all, but I think this is game. That's game. Unbelievable. Missed the field goal. Wide left. Wide left. Let's see if anybody got a hand on it. No. Just wide left. Just drifted to the left and just kept going. Plenty of distance, but just wide left. Like, wow. 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 I'm surprised, y'all. I'm surprised because that usually is a tip shot for them. I mean, it's not over. There's 2 minutes and 53 seconds, technically. 1 timeout. All right, turnover on downs because of the missed field goal. All right, turnover because of the missed field goal. They run it up the middle, of course, and it's going to be met. The Alabama defense meets number 4 immediately, pushes him back. He'll get forward progress, so it'll be 2nd down and 10, but they're just worried about eating this clock up. Alabama just forced OU to take their last time out. OU still has the 2-minute timeout to rely on, but other than that, it's pretty much done for them as far as timeouts go. Plus, Alabama could run the ball 2 times straight and easily take it to the 2 minute timeout before they punt the ball back. And that's saying they do punt the ball back. This could be a situation where if they get a first down, they have a potential opportunity to just kneel this out now. Unbelievable. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to kind of stay alive with the kick. But now, even if they get the ball back, they got to score twice. That was big. They're in a bunch formation. Ty Simpson under center. One tailback. Clearly, they're about to run the ball. No surprise. Up the middle. OU comes through and meets him immediately for a loss. He barely got the ball before he was hit. Alabama struggled very much early. Went down 17-0. Answered that with a run of their own with 27 straight points. Then an answer from OU to pull it back close. Then Alabama scores a touchdown. OU misses a field goal. And now we are here. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Tick, tick, tick. Back in the shotgun. 3rd down and 14. Quick pass to the far side. Caught. And he stays in bounds. Gets around 5 yards and down. So it's going to be 4th down and long. Of course, they're definitely going to punt it back to Oklahoma. Here, they're definitely not going to go for it in Oklahoma territory right now. Even though that would put the game away if they went for it and got it. But it is 1 minute, 57 seconds. When OU gets the ball back, they do not have any timeouts. Right here, this is the 2-minute timeout. They got to go down. They got to score something, whether it's 3 points or 7 points. Most likely try an onside kick and make another quick score. And whatever they didn't get the first time, they got to get the second try. So, not impossible. Crazy things has happened. But this is not looking good. This is not looking good. Not if you're an OU fan. It does look like Alabama may have came into Norman, Oklahoma, and may have came out with a victory. But we'll see what the ending result is. When they get back from advertisements, I'll take a brief break while they're on advertisements for the 2-minute timeout. Welcome back. So here we go. Alabama lining up for the punt. 4th and 9. Here we go. Punt. Gonna be a pretty good one. He's gonna catch it around the 32. Gonna run it back. Gonna be up around the 48-yard line. So a decent run back right there. Number 5. OU needs a big play right here. They need a big play. No huddle, big and a big play. They're not far from field goal range, maybe about 15 yards. Here we go. Back in the shotgun. Gonna snap. Back to pass. Gonna go down to the check down. Gonna get around 5 yards and run out of bounds. 2nd and 5. Both teams have played really hard. Alabama's came on in the second half, especially their defense. Offense since midway through the second quarter. Here we go. Back in the shotgun. Snap. Playing quick. Throw. Again, short. Gonna run. Trying to work his way to get out of bounds. He's about 2 yards shy from field goal range. Gonna be down to around the 38. Down to Alabama's 38-yard line. 1st and 10, though. And that's what you got to do here. You got to play quick. You got to come away with points here. Back into the shotgun. 2 wide on each side. 1 tailback. Looking to throw. And he catches just inside of field goal range. Down to around, see, 2nd down and looks to be 5 yards. They are going for a field goal on 3rd down and 5. They are not even going to try to play for a touchdown here. Hurry up and get a field goal. I guess it's because how much time. I'm going to try to get the ball back. Wow. Haven't seen this. Here's the kick. It is up, and this one is going to go in. No. No. What? It was on. I'm sorry, people. I called that because it was dead center, but short. I am sorry, but wow. That's a W. Turnover now, too. No timeouts. They're going to kneel this out. It was short. It was dead center. At first, it looked like it was definitely going to go because it was dead center. Well within his well within his range. Down the middle, he kicked it. It wasn't touched. No problem. Just short. The ball just lost its energy. And Alabama's going to come in and get this W, definitely kneeling it out. Victory formation. Congratulations to the Crimson Tide. For the Oklahoma Sooners, you've had an incredible season. Incredible season. You had to win in the season. It's hard to get a win twice over a good team. It don't make it feel any better, right? But good performances on both sides. A few mistakes, but that's how it goes. There has to be a winner, And congratulations, Alabama and OU. You did a heck of a job in the season to get to this point. And yeah, I mean, you don't hang your heads on this. I know it don't feel good right now, but don't hang your heads. Congratulations again to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Final score 34-24. And that'll be it, y'all. I appreciate y'all joining me, and I'm going to be doing another live broadcast tomorrow at noon Eastern. Miami A&M expecting a offensive explosion. Game could go either way. My pick is to win that game is Texas A&M, but again, it could go either way. So until then, thank you and goodbye.